Yo, how we doing, guys? Hope you're all doing really well. Welcome to the live watch along stream. Oh, I've got a glass of water sitting in the way of the camera. We're going to be doing the watch along for the F1 qualifying. Just be chilling out, having a chat, just talking general chit chat and stuff like that until the qualifying gets up underway. I was hoping I wouldn't have to actually sit at me desk or me streaming setup, me racing, but unfortunately got a few technical issues with my main desk, so we're gonna have to sit here and do it this way. Nathan, how you doing? You're well? Oh, what's going on here? I got a crazy bit of stuff going on. Can't escape that. So, how's it going? It's going all right, mate. It's going very well, thank you. Hope you're doing all right. We're watching some qualifying, hopefully, and hopefully we'll get a result that we want with a bit of luck. So, yeah, it should be all right. We've got the stream set up in place. We've got everything in place. I think I've got the TV on above me. Although that's a little bit high, and I need to adjust that, I think, but for the minute we'll leave it as it is. I've had to rush about to try and get this set up so we've got the timings and we've got the map and all that, and I do it on YouTube usually, but I've multicasting it to Facebook as well at the same time today, so it should be all right. You're away. Where are you away at? You on holiday? Sounds good. Sounds pretty decent. So we're gonna have hopefully we're gonna have a bit of a mix up today. Obviously we know there's a few people taking engine penalties as well. So excuse me, that will be interesting to say the least. Just bear with me a sec, guys. I just gotta change something and just gotta make a few adjustments and hopefully I can get it right. It's just I've just got a couple of things. I've had to get all this mixed up and sorted, and it's I'm missing a couple of things on my actual stream, which is a bit annoying. So apologies. But yeah, let us know where you're watching it from. If you're watching the Formula One as well, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on who we're going to get sitting at the top of the grid today. I think it'll be quite good. Simon, how you doing, mate? You well? Hope you're well, dude. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, so it's not going to be this is going to be a more of an interactive stream talking about the F1, what's going on. Unfortunately, because I've got it on Sky, I can't hear what they're talking about on Sky. I might put my Sky Go on, but I don't want it to come through on the sound on the speakers because I'll get copyright infringements and all that, which is a bit of a pain. Can you let me know as well if the music's a little bit too loud? If you want me to turn the music down a bit, let me know, and I can get the music turned down as well. I didn't really want to be sitting in this chair neither, which is a bit uncomfortable. We've been watching the F1, so it's a bit of a pain. Oh, right, what am I doing there? Better lock all that, because otherwise I'll end up moving it all around. This could be a bit annoying. Yeah, but yeah, it's been a bit of a mad day. We've had to do a few bits today and get some bits sorted. And I was hoping I'd get home in time to watch the Formula One and stream the Formula One, or stream it, watch along it, or you know what I mean. You know what I mean, guys. That's all right. But, let me know what you're doing, what you're up to. Nathan, you're at shopping. We are streaming on YouTube as well as Facebook with multicast streaming, as we have been for the past week now, I think. That's all right. Not bad. I'm going to turn my headphones down a bit because the music is a bit loud in my ears. So if it's a bit loud on the stream, can you let me know? Because I think it should be all right. Probably can't even hear it on the stream. So let's go over to the F1 news as it stands. and see what we've got. I've got about 7 screens open here at the minute. It's a bit mental, a bit crazy. So we've got, who do we have taking engine penalties? We have Verstappen, we've got Leclerc, we've got Mick Schumacher, I think, was it Lando Norris as well? If I remember rightly, off the top of my head. I can't remember, I'm just trying to find me F1 notes that I've got. I'll just get it up on the screen. So we've got, yeah, so we've got, I'd be interested to see who we end up with pole. I mean, the Ferraris are going to want to show a bit of pace, aren't they? We know that Verstappen has pretty much qualified in P1 for every single one so far. So it should be interesting. We've had Gasly go off FP2. We got a lot going on. There's a lot of excitement. So it should be an interesting next hour. I think it starts about 1/2 past. Start about 1/2 past. I don't know. Can't even remember. I actually thought it started earlier than what he actually said. So I'm not too sure. Trying to shut down some screens. It stands at the minute. So we've got a bit of an adjustment on the circuit as well, as we know. We've got a little bit of adjustment. They've made a few adjustments to turn 1 as well, which is pretty cool. It looks like it's got a gravel trap on the outside. There was a big crash earlier. Was it earlier today in FP2 or FP3? There's a huge crash earlier on today. Which was pretty mad. I'm just seeing if I can find it, and I could even put it on the screen. I'm not too sure, but it was a big old crash, and we end up with a car on its roof coming down the Blanchimont Straight, was it? I think Blanchimont Straight, turn 18. Around there, and they took each other completely out, which is a bit mad. So yeah, it's quite a serious accident. Should be okay. I think the guy was all right. Again, it's that halo saving people's lives that people don't necessarily like, but it's there for a reason. What's the big question? One of the big questions is will Ricciardo get a ride next year, another seat? That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to know as well. Will Ricciardo get another seat? It sounds like that Christian Horner's backing Ricciardo to do that. Obviously, Ricciardo drove for the Red Bull team a little while ago, so there's a good chance that he will get a seat. But yeah, we'll find out in the next. I'm sure we'll find out. I mean, with that pressure, you'll probably find Ricciardo drives a completely different race. He'd been driving for the past few months now. He's been driving with massive pressure, hasn't he? So it'd be interesting to see what actually does happen. I think he'll be all right. Personally think he'll be all right. Big news, obviously, Audi joining as well, the F1 calendar in 2026. It sounds like there's going to be more of a works team than actually just an engine supplier. Takes them potentially taking over Sauber as well. So that's big news. We've had some big news this past week since they've all come back from the summer break. It's been quite interesting. So it'd be good to see. We've got now three races on the trot. So we've obviously got Spa, we've got Monza, and we've got Holland, the Dutch Grand Prix, one of my favourite Grand Prix of the year. No doubt it's going to be a sea of orange everywhere as well, so that's going to be absolutely awesome to see as well. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know who you think is going to get pole today. Let me know who you think probably even going to win the race, because there's going to be a good chance that winning there could be a little Mercedes 1-2 potentially, but we've still obviously got Carlos Sainz and Perez sitting there. They've not taken engine penalties, so we know that they're obviously going to be up there. It's all going to be about strategy. We know how good the Red Bull car is, how fast it is in a straight line. I think it's the fastest on the straights at the moment, if I remember rightly. So we know we're going to have, oh excuse me, some fast cars. Let me know. Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are as to what you think is going to be the starting lineup, the starting grid. There's so much to talk about. That's the thing. There's so much going on at the minute in Formula One, which is absolutely amazing and absolutely crazy as to what's going on. Sorry, I forgot to say thank you for the like as well. Appreciate it on the Facebook stream. If you're watching the stream on Facebook, please don't forget to hit that like button. You don't have to, but it does make a difference to the stream and the algorithm, and keeps me doing this. I will be streaming the race tomorrow, and I won't be sitting in my sim rig. I'll be sitting actually on my desk, which sits next to me, so I will be a bit more comfortable. But because it's only the qualifying and it's only I thought, you know what, I ain't got to be sitting here for ages, so we'll just sit here. It's all right. It's all good. It's quite crazy. I didn't see the news because I've been out this morning. I didn't see what happened in FP3, so I haven't looked at the timings and stuff like that. So I can see on the screen we've got some timings from FP3. Perez obviously fastest in FP3, did 19 laps. So they're obviously doing race strategy. They're race strategy running in FP3. Verstappen second, Sainz, Norris, Alonso, Russell, Leclerc down in 7th. Is that? And also, I mean, the other question as well is what everyone's wondering is this floor. Is the floor that they've got? Is the floor a big difference? Is the floor have they had to make many adjustments to their floor? These teams, and what is going to be happening. I mean, again, it looked to me over FP1 and FP2, which I see yesterday, that the Mercedes were struggling for straight line speed, and that looks like they're losing a lot of their speed at the moment. And I don't know over that personally, and wonder if that's whether because they're putting a lot of wing and a lot of downforce on their car. I'm not sure, and it said it was obviously to try and stop that porpoising, and it's hindering their straight line speed a little bit. Whereas obviously we know how well balanced. But I mean, watching yesterday, the Ferraris seemed to have a little bit of porpoising as well. There was a little bit of porpoising on the Ferraris still. The Williams looked like it was bouncing around all over the place in FP2 yesterday. Alex Albon was quite far up the pack as well, which I was quite surprised about. So there's I mean, there is a lot to take from the practicing and what they've been doing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will be underway. How long we'll be underway? What's the like? I think it's about 10 minutes or so. Oh bloody hell! I've got to sign into my F1 account again. I think we'll be underway roughly. We'll be underway roughly in about what's the time? 15 minutes, 10 minutes, I think. I think it's 10 minutes. What's that? My bit rate. Current bit rate is higher than the recommended bit rate. Hey, what's that? Why is that doing that? Let's have a look. What's my bit rate at the minute? Current bit rate. Why is it saying that? Oh, hold on a sec. I see. I won't let me change it. It's gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to deal with it like that for now. Let me know in the world you're watching from anyway. anywhere in the world. Let me know where you are in the world. It's quite nice to be sitting here and just having a bit of a chilled out stream rather than sitting here sweating me nuts off racing, doing some racing. And putting some stuff together. But yeah, it's very close to starting time. What other news have we got that we haven't discussed so far? Let me just pull my screen back up. Let's get my keyboard. This is the only problem. We're not sitting at my desk. So the Formula 1 starts tomorrow. So we've still got the Oscar Pistorius going on as well. That's an interesting debate that's happening in a minute. Afternoon entertainment, what more could you want? I won't be doing it. It's more, it won't be, what's the word? It's not going to be massively entertaining because it's more a bit of F1 qualifying, talking, and just going through some stuff. Does it start at 3 and I've started this well too early? And I should have started it at 2:30 maybe. I don't actually know. I am not actually sure if I've started this too early or not. We could get you know what we should have done was got the Discord and got a few other people on the got a few other people with us talking about it and doing a lead into the Formula 1. That's what we should have done. I think I started well too early. Never mind. Just gonna have to sit here listening to me talk for the next what 20 minutes, 40 minutes probably before the F1 gets going. Then we can really get talking. And my wife just shouted, I'm a nightmare. Yeah, I think so. I'm a nightmare. We were rushing about this morning because for some reason I read on the internet it was starting earlier than what it was, so I've messed up. So I think it must start at 3 o'clock. And I thought it was 2 o'clock. Sorry guys. I've started this well too early. But let's get the chat going. Let's get the chat going. Let's get the chat talking and seeing what's happening. So let's talk. So Leclerc. So here we go. So I didn't realise that. So this is say because I didn't get to watch FP3 because I've been out this morning. So I didn't realise that Charles. I'm just looking at the news. And Charles Leclerc actually had a crash this morning. Hence the reason why he was further down the pack. That's very interesting. I didn't realise that. So he's got potential to be such a good driver. But has he got the potential to beat Verstappen? On his day, yes. With the car, yes. But he just makes mistakes. He makes too many mistakes. And he's at that age. He's a similar age, isn't he, to Verstappen? So he shouldn't be making these sort of mistakes now. And at the moment, I can't see personally anyone really beating Verstappen. I think he's driving so well at the moment. He's unstoppable, and he's actually driving phenomenal. Stands. He needs to get us a bit sorted, doesn't he? He needs to get himself sorted. So do you reckon as well? Do we reckon that he will be going Pistori? So going back to Pistori, do you reckon he will end up at McLaren? Will he end up at McLaren? That's the question. I don't know. Will he end up in McLaren? I think it's pretty much going to happen. to go for a young driver like him to go to McLaren, and he's going to have a lot on his shoulders as well now. Bearing in mind that he's obviously not back. He's not back Alpine, and he's going to go to McLaren. It's a lot. That's a big team to go to. They've got big ambition as well, McLaren, at the minute. Very big ambition. Also, so here's another question for you. Here's a question. Have Mercedes been sandbagging a little bit in the FP, in the practice sessions? Because they've had a lot of pace recently, and Hungary had hell of a lot of pace, and I know that's with Hungary it's a different track. Spa's a lot quicker. There's a lot more there's a few longer straights at Spa as well. But are Mercedes kind of doing what they did in Austria, Hungary, and they're playing about with their car to the last minute, and then they're going to go out in, because they look well off the pace. They've looked well off the pace in a lot of these sessions, and potentially we're going to come back. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Hopefully they do. I'd like to see the Mercedes up there with the Red Bulls and the Ferraris really competing on a level with them. But, can't see it. This is a fast track, but we never know. You never ever know. You don't know in Formula One. Formula One's a funny old sport. And do you show all your cards? Do you not show all your cards? That's the question. Let me know your thoughts, chat. Anyway, come on. It shouldn't be just me here sitting talking to you, unless you got me on mute and you're just more interested in what's on the screen when that starts. That's probably more the case. There's lots of people coming in and out of the chat, and it doesn't start for another. I should have a countdown clock. I don't know if I can have one actually. Can I add a countdown clock? And could I have a countdown clock? I'm not sure. It looks like at the minute though, the weather forecast for this week, for the rest of the weekend in Belgium and in around the track, looks like it's going to be clear. So it doesn't look like we're going to have a wet race this weekend, which is pretty good. At least we'll get a full race this year, unlike last year. So that'll be pretty good. It's a fantastic opportunity though this year for some of the other cars, especially with all these engine penalties, grid penalties. So the grid penalties as they stand, I'll recap on them. We spoke about them quite early on. So we've got Valtteri Bottas with a 25 place grid penalty, and then the starts that are higher than nose. Start higher than nose with a grid penalty. So Valtteri Bottas will be starting in front of these guys, but he's also got a grid penalty. Max Verstappen, he has taken a new power unit. Charles Leclerc has taken a new power unit. Lando Norris, Esteban Ocon, Mick Schumacher and Zhou Guanyu have all taken engine penalties for this weekend. So it's crazy. We got a big mix-up. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Joe, what I'm really looking forward to is seeing the Red Bull and the Ferrari coming through the pack. Didn't Verstappen take a penalty at Hungary anyway? So Verstappen took a penalty at Hungary yesterday anyway, didn't he? So he's taken another penalty. So I mean, it's a good time to take a penalty. It's a good strategical time to take a penalty. You'll probably find a few more teams will take penalties towards the back end of the season, generally around Brazil, like they did last, like Hamilton did last time, because that's a good track to do it at as well. So we've got a few. We are, yeah. It's going to be interesting. Is the pressure getting to Charles a little bit, and he's trying to push too hard? I mean, to have a big crash, have a crash in FP3 is quite substantial at this time, especially just before qualifying. You shouldn't be going out there and I don't know. I'm not sure. I really don't know what's going to happen here. Really don't know. Appreciate the like, Abdul Ali, thank you for the like, mate. Much appreciated. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are. As I said, guys, we're live streaming across Facebook and YouTube, so you can go and watch this on YouTube. If you're a bit more of a YouTube fan, you watch on Facebook, vice versa. Come and find us. Tomorrow we will be live streaming the race. That will be done from the desk though, not this race, not this chair, not my stream setup. It's gonna be a good race. I didn't you know what I didn't do? I didn't create my thumbnail neither. I was that much in a rush. I was going to create a thumbnail for the stream and I haven't done it. Never mind. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So let's go. Let's just have a little flick through and find out what the actual timings are for tomorrow. So I don't start too early and bore you with sitting here watching me whittle on for so it starts at 4 o'clock Belgium time. We've got 27 minutes till we start the race, till we start the qualifying, should I say. It's not long away. It's not long at all. So Ferrari have been working their asses off between FP3 and qualifying. Do you think so? Lando Norris all of a sudden, well, Lando Norris looks like he's got a bit of pace. Of what does anyone know what upgrades McLaren brought to the track? I haven't seen the full upgrade list that people brought to the track. I mean, we know a few of them, but we don't know all of them. The McLaren, when I was watching FP1 yesterday, FP2, the McLaren looked pretty fast. It looked pretty good, the McLaren yesterday. So if anyone knows what sort of upgrades they brought, it'd be great if you could let us know. I love like the media as well. You just watch the media and you go through the media, and I'm just flicking through some of the media channels while we're waiting. And this is how people stir things up. And I don't know, like, Lando Norris has no sympathy for Daniel Ricciardo. That's just, like, if anyone watched the Netflix series, the Drive to Survive Netflix series, and when Daniel Ricciardo joined the McLaren team, they stirred that up so much. Do you think it was that bad? Do you think it was that bad between them? I can't see it. I honestly, I can't see that the relationship was that bad between them. That's insane. Like, it's insane to say. I think people just make news for making news sake, don't they? It's just, we've got Mercedes saying there's sort of plenty of work to do in Spa. Well, we know that. They've had a messy Friday. They did have a messy Friday, and they've had, it looks like they've also had a messy FP3 as well from the Times. But again, I still think that there's a good opportunity that they'll plan about their setups to get them absolute perfect. You know what they're like. You know what they're like. Mercedes are like. They like to play about with their cars, don't they? What else we got here? Verstappen's moaning about floor changes for 2023. Declares 2023 floor changes are over the top. I mean, when you've got these sort of floor changes and what they're saying, and they've obviously looked at the data, haven't they, and said to themselves, there's something not right here with these cars, and they had sensors all over the floors, didn't they? So there must be something with the reason they changed their floors. Pete Waters, how we doing, buddy? Thanks for popping by. Hope you're doing well. Excuse me. So there's obviously a little bit of something in the floor changes, isn't there? Really, they wouldn't do it if there wasn't. I think the problem is we know how good the Red Bull car is, and Red Bull are obviously concerned. I mean, part of me prior to the break, with the way that Perez went backwards a little bit, was thinking, with Austria and Hungary, are Red Bull trying a different car, different setup with Perez, and letting Verstappen have the car they've got, and just making sure that they're ready for the race this weekend. That's my thoughts anyway. So it'd be interesting to see. I mean, will we have any more driver changes between now and the end of the year? Another question. Just trying to see. We've got timer. Dark mad. Can't see it. I can't see one. I'm just looking for a timer. I'm doing well, Pete. I'm doing very good, mate. I hope you're doing very well. Hopefully you're going to sit around. Are you watching the Formula One yourself? Going to sit around and watch the Formula One and get a bit of this out of our system. It's been 4 weeks too long. 4 weeks too long. That's for sure. Hate the summer break. It's crazy. Yeah, it was a bit gutting. That was a bit gutting for you with the old bug, wasn't it? Like you had that bug. You had the bug yesterday. The bug on the game yesterday. It was a bit frustrating. So I just want to talk a quick bit about Audi, and I touched on it a minute ago. So I see a post from Audi earlier on today, or it might have been yesterday, saying we're coming back, we're coming to F1, we're gonna history, blah blah blah, across all the motorsport, because they are a very successful team in motorsport. Audi, let's not deny it. And it'll be very interesting to see if it'd be very interesting to see if they do come in. His talks are going to purchase Sauber shares, and by the way, into Sauber. Gerald, how you doing? Not a dog. Hello, how you doing? Not a dog. I love that name on YouTube. I love it. Yeah. So there's a lot. There's a lot going on, isn't there? Like with it all. Yeah, I won't be about tonight, guys. Just so you're aware, I'm not going to be about tonight. I'm out. I'm going to be out and about. So, fortunately, I'd love to have a few races, but I can't, unfortunately, today. So we'll be I'm unable to take part in that one. Did you reinstall? Did you download, reinstall it? The game. Yeah. So going back to Audi, so they're good. I would love to see them come in. Obviously, we know they're very good. They've got other. You need to. It'd be nice for them to come in. But would they come in and would they be successful straight away? I see a lot of people posting on Facebook today. You've not got a chance. You'll be a mediocre team. It's a bit harsh. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit harsh to say something like that. He's a very I need to take a break. I only stream. I don't stream all the time. This week I've streamed a little bit more than what I usually do. Usually I make a bit more content offline and then post it. So yeah, it'd be nice to see Audi come in. Porsche coming in as well. How would that be? Is that going to happen? So let me see if I can do this quickly. So I'm just flicking through. Oh, wrong button. Lost everything now. Hopefully I can stop the stream. So hopefully we're gonna have some changes. We've got the fuel as well, haven't they? They've got the new fuel coming in. That'll be interesting. Is that gonna make the car? How's that gonna affect the cars? It's all right. It's all good. All is this? I'm dropping frames. How can I be dropping frames when I'm not even doing anything? Bit weird. Hopefully it'll be alright. It won't happen. The stream will crash when we get going. That'll be what goes on. I do like the Spa circuit though. It's a good Grand Prix. There's always a lot of drama at Spa, isn't there? There always seems to be a lot of drama. I don't know if it's because the way the track is or the way the layout is. Anything like that. Don't you bark, you? Got my little dog down on the floor. He's getting a bit leery. It's Q1, Q2, Q3. Yeah. What have I put? Have I changed? Have I not put a right name or something? Is that what you're questioning? It is Q1, Q2, Q3. It's coming up in just over 15 minutes, guys. Just over 15 minutes. So we'll be on shortly. So just hold fire. Make chat amongst yourselves. Go get yourself a cup of tea. And we'll be getting going shortly. Marcelo CT, thank you for the like, buddy. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I wonder if I can add something to the stream. Media file. I don't know if this will work. Might do it, might not. I might just mess it up and lose the stream altogether. Come on. I've got a green screen. I've got a green screen though. Just making it up as I go along. What is the chroma key? There we go. So if I press it now, there we go. So we keep. You can hit the button. Right, it works. There we go. Who do you think's gonna get pole? So I think pole, probably. I think the fastest person, and if depending on what Red Bull do with Verstappen, I think it's gonna be Verstappen. But he's obviously not gonna be on pole. I think the fastest person will be Verstappen. I actually think the pole sitters, the 1-2, as it stands, from what I've seen in practice so far, I think you're going to find, I think it's going to be Sainz or Perez. But as I said earlier, yeah, so see Verstappen can't get pole. He could get the fastest time, but he can't get pole. Let's be clear. So Verstappen cannot get pole. Which, how you doing, mate? Thanks for the light, dude. Yeah, so Verstappen can't get pole, so I think you'll find it's going to be probably Sainz or Perez, unless the Mercedes does some mad. The Mercedes has some sort of mad. Why not? Verstappen's got an engine penalty, so he's starting at the back of the grid. How that? So I'm guessing. Guessing that you that them guys are going to be fighting it out for position at the back of the grid, aren't they? So you're going to end up having three or four of them, or 5 of them at the back of the grid, all fighting for to be the highest up the grid, aren't you? So whoever qualifies fastest out of them, so they are technically fighting for position, them guys. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. Do it without sitting here. Sitting in my desk and be a bit more comfortable. I'll sort that out for tomorrow. I'll get my telly over there and all my stuff over there so I can have it in front of me. And not sit like cross-legged on me sim seat. For anyone who has been to is new to this channel, welcome. Hope you're all doing very well. So generally during the week, I've been streaming F1 games. You might have seen some of my shorts floating around on YouTube or the reels on Facebook. But on the weekends when F1 is on, I try my best to do a watch along on YouTube. I'm also doing it on Facebook as well today for the first time. So if you like this sort of content, obviously welcome, and hope that you come back again. Yeah, if it's happening, if you didn't have a penalty, you would have got pole. Leclerc's always got good qualifying pace, isn't he? Like he you know, his qualifying pace is always pretty good. The Ferrari qualifying pace is just always good. Let's be clear, the Ferrari is the best car on the grid. So they're just showing Charles Leclerc's crash, and he looked like he hit a bump going into turns 14 and 15. and the car just went. But it looks like he's pushing, and setup looks rough. His setup looks terrible, if I'm honest. I don't know. Let's see, and he didn't look like he was gripping the track very well. Strange one. Say guys, welcome to the page, welcome to the stream. You're all having a great day. Excited for the qualifying. We've got just under 10 minutes now. Just under 10 minutes. Just under 10 minutes. Not long now. Just under 10 minutes. We've got a very interesting qualifying qualifying session coming up. A lot of work going on Mercedes, on Lewis Hamilton's car. They're just showing the garage. The qualifying is going to be delayed. Oh no, they're doing track repairs. So it looks like in one of the other races, one of the other sessions, there's been a big accident. Looks like probably they have a few races, don't they, before they start. So it looks like there's been a bit of a big accident. So unfortunately, qualifying is going to be delayed. So I may just go and grab myself a drink for 2 minutes. It doesn't say a time at the minute as to when it's going to be starting. So we've got, which we thought 10 minutes to go. It may be a bit longer, so I may go and grab myself a drink, guys, while we're waiting for the qualifying to start. Just a little bit annoying. They're just showing, all some of the drivers running about at a minute, and it's quite funny actually. It's one of the things that makes me laugh a little bit. The drivers are running about in the paddock and stuff like that. And obviously people trying to get photos of them and want to have some photos. And they just showed Alonso running through, and a guy standing there with his phone, obviously wanting a picture. And he didn't even look at the camera. Then a little kid, just after the bloke did it, and he stopped and looked at the camera. Just a little something we just noticed. Quite funny. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, guys, while we're waiting, because unfortunately we've got a delay, I'm just going to grab myself a drink, grab myself some more water. I might even go and grab myself a cup of tea quickly. And hope you stick around, and hopefully we'll have an update when I come back. I'll only be a couple of minutes. When we come back, we'll have a bit of a update as to when it will start. Is there going to be 100 sub special on my channel? Well, I'm nowhere near 100 subs at the minute, am I? I don't even know what I'm at. I don't even pay attention to the subs on my channel, if I'm honest. Stick around. Oh. I don't even know what I'm at. I'm only at a low number, am I? On the YouTube. Anyone who's on YouTube, appreciate you stopping by and watching the stream. And big shout out to you guys. Same for the Facebook people. Big shout out to you guys as well. Right, guys, just bear with me a sec. I think I'm going to go and grab a drink while we're waiting for the qualifying to start, because the qualifying is delayed, unfortunately. So qualifying is delayed. We will go and grab a drink. It might not be delayed by too much, because they're starting the show up on the channel. So just bear with me a second. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm just going to turn the camera off. And I'm going to go and grab it. We've got a delay. And we're back. Godwin, thank you very much for the like on Facebook. Much appreciated. I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. No. Right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Apologies for that. Just had to go and grab a drink. We've got delays in Spa. Unfortunately, we've got some delays in Spa with the start of the Grand Prix. Oh, Anthony, how you doing, buddy? Thank you very much for the like as well. You watch all the vids, big fan. Appreciate it, dude. Hope you're well. So at the minute we have got screen's gone. So in the GT racing before there was a bit of a crash, and in the Porsche GT racing, and he was lucky he didn't hit. There's a brick wall, but it's actually going into. I've got the map. Where's the map gone? I had the map on me thing a minute ago. I'll get it back up, and I'll tell you exactly where it was. I can't remember the name of the corner. So it was at the comms, just before the comms on 7 and 8. There was a big crash, and basically the two Porsches coming side by side, and one of them clipped the other one, and it's flown off the track just before the bend and hit the barrier. Bounced off the barrier, obviously, and the barrier's blown. Obviously, crash barrier's done what it's supposed to have done, but it's all bent in. Obviously, with regards to the Formula One, they're getting that sorted. So it's unfortunately just delayed the start of the Grand Prix. Can't see how they're going to get that. How long that's going to take them. Hopefully, it won't be too long. Sorry, I'm going to eat a cake and drink a cup of tea while we're waiting as well. Professional commentary on this channel. Eating cakes and drinking tea while we're waiting. I don't want to keep repeating myself and talking about the same news over and over again that we've got. But obviously the biggest news is the delay, current delay, and the current delay to qualifying. It's a little bit of a pain, but they're getting the people into the cars, so it can't be that much longer away. Hopefully, they usually put a little clock up to say when it's starting. It can't be long away. A bit of luck, guys. Don't forget, if you're watching on Facebook, really appreciate it. If you do, like my videos. Appreciate you guys being around. Appreciate all the views. Tomorrow's watch along. We'll be doing the watch along for the Grand Prix tomorrow as well. That will start probably just before the Grand Prix starts, so we won't have an hour lead into that. That's the plan anyway. But we are very close to starting the qualifying. Unfortunately, there is a delay as it stands. They're just showing Daniel Ricciardo on the screen and his current last 5 races form. Canada 9th, the British Grand Prix 14th, Austria 16th. He's not had a good run, has he? Let's be honest. Is it any wonder that he's being asked to leave the... He's leaving. But then, on the other hand, you've got Lando Norris, last 5 races, 15th at Canada, 6th at Great Britain, 15th of Austria, and then 4th at Hungary. So he's had a good run in. He's had a good run, old Lando Norris. He's fairly consistent, Lando. Great to see. It's great to see some of the old F1 rivals, old F1 stars wandering around the pits as well. Fernando Alonso looks quite chilled out, sitting there at Alpine. I mean, let's be honest, Fernando Alonso has had a absolute fantastic season this year at Alpine. And it's amazing actually that he's going on to Aston Martin. I think is that a good move for him? It could be a good move for him. It could be potentially a great move for him. We'll see. We'll see. Fortunately, guys, we're a little bit delayed with the qualifying. So if you're just joining us now, welcome to the stream. We have a little bit of a delay to the qualifying. A lot of Max fans, as you could imagine, Belgium, not being too far from the Netherlands. There's a hell of a lot of Ferrari fans as well around the track they're showing. So it's an interesting one. Currently watching Lewis Hamilton walking around his car in the pits, or is he walking around George Russell's car? He's walking around George Russell's car. They bought a new wing, another new wing to the Spa Grand Prix, which is quite interesting. Another new rear wing. It's got a lot less downforce on it, this one. So it's, again, Mercedes are bringing lots and lots of little upgrades throughout the season to this car to just make it a bit competitive. So it's very, very interesting. So Guan Yu's currently getting himself ready, getting his balaclava on, and getting his helmet ready. Let us know your thoughts, guys. Let us know how you think this is going to go. I think they must know that we're going to be going soon. Yuki Tsunoda just getting his helmet on. Just going around the pits at the minute, just looking at all the drivers, looking where the last sort of 3, 4, 5 races, seeing how they're doing, where they've been, what they're doing. Unfortunately, there's a delay to qualifying. I keep saying a race. Should be getting going soon. Bit of luck. And I think have they? You can barely hear me. Okay, I'll double check that just in case. It might be. Can you hear it? I turned my mic up. I might have knocked my mic earlier when I was playing about. Let me just see if I can adjust it. Is it better now? Let me check on my phone quickly as well. Let me check on my phone. Not sure if it's quite. It seems pretty loud. It's not. It's light. It's currently delayed, Tony. It's on. I've got it on my screen above me. Obviously, I can't show the actual qualifying on the channel because it will just Facebook will take it down. So will YouTube. So you can't actually show the footage, which is a bit of a pain. You can only you can only do the I can only show you this, unfortunately. It's actually delayed. I've said it three or four times. I'll just turn my mic up a little bit just in case. Bear with me. I think I turned my mic down a little bit actually. I was moving a few things around earlier and trying to do a few little bits and pieces, and I must have turned my mic down. So hopefully you can hear me a little bit better now. That's better. Cheers, Josh, for letting me know. Yeah, so I caught it, unfortunately. Bit annoying. They're actually showing on Sky F1. They're actually showing on Sky F1 the some go-karts. Obviously at the circuit. Same problem with a friend of yours. What do you mean? With his mic, or there's a lot of people just wanting to get you going. You can see It's quite annoying. I'm a bit annoyed with myself. I was running around earlier, trying to get back from shopping and walking the dogs to get the stream going. Yeah, I've got the this mic and stuff, and I've got a Go XLR, and sometimes I catch the button. So we've just had a confirmation come through. Qualifying will start at quarter 25 past, so it's 16:25 local time in Belgium. It will be 15:25 for us here in Britain. Obviously wherever else you are in the world. They're currently looking at Hamilton's brake drum and talking about there's a couple of little marks on the carbon fibre on the TV. Looks like Kevin Magnussen's asleep in his car. Yeah, he's getting strapped in by his engineer as it stands at the minute. They're just strapping him in and getting him sorted. It's quite crazy how they have to be strapped in. Obviously, can only just undo their undo the buckles in an emergency. Sebastian Vettel, the man who's going to retire. Our TV is about 30 seconds in front. Is it really? And that's with the stream as well. That's quite funny. They're looking at they keep going back to this Mercedes and the I think they're gonna. It looks like they might be changing the drum on the rear drum, the rear left drum on his brake drum. So, I mean, that's a. What amazes me with these mechanics, and it is. I am fairly kind of envious of them. Is that they get to that sort of job, and how quick they work on the cars, and how quick they are, and precise. Some last minute checks look like, or some last minute changes on Gasly's car as well. The mechanic underneath the car. Wonder what he's doing. Fortunately, I haven't got the sound from neither in my headphones from the qualifying. I can't actually hear what's going on. I was thinking about putting on Sky Go on my PC, but I end up with audio that's about 10 minutes delayed from the actual the Skybox. So I've left it as it is. You're just gonna have to bear with us, guys. Wizzle, thank you for the like on Facebook as well. Much appreciated. Hopefully the Josh, thanks for the light, mate, as well. I'm telling you what's happening. Well, that's probably a good thing. That's bizarre how far ahead I am. Are you on Virgin or something like that? Virgin Media? Have you got Virgin? I'd imagine. I'd like to think that I'm about the same time. My Sky, unless I'm just closer to a satellite. What I'm not telling you, I've got a direct satellite feed into my house from F1. I haven't really. From the F1 headquarters. It's very misty currently. It looks very cloudy and overcast. Watching Sky Sports via TV. Quite funny why I'm a little bit ahead of you. Via the internet. That's why then. Yeah, I think if I was to put my internet, so the first one of these I did a few months ago. I used Sky Go, and I was so far behind it was pointless in me doing it, and I was sort of not keeping up with the action, and I had people telling me what was going on before I'd even seen it. It was a similar thing to you. So unfortunately we couldn't, fortunately it was just one of them things. But we're going to be going live shortly. We'll be going live in 10 minutes. The qualifying will start. It's just been delayed due to a crash in the, looked like the Porsche racing, prior to the F1 starting. So one of the barriers had been smashed to pieces at Le Coms, and or Les Coms, should I say. Emerson Fittipaldi is in the pits at McLaren. Good to see him, looking well. Lando Norris looks quite chilled out, having a laugh. Great character. Great to see. Oh, Max Verstappen is there, ready, getting into his car, so they're getting ready. They'll be doing their pre-checks, stuff like that, getting their cars ready, getting themselves ready. Very focused. I don't know if anyone see it yesterday in FP2. They showed Joe Guan Yu as he was driving along, and his helmet kept lifting, so he had to change his helmet because he was going down the straight. He was going down the straight at Kemmel, or the Kemmel Straight. His helmet was lifting, and then as he was coming down Blanchimont, so from turn 16 down to turn 19, his helmet was lifting, so he had to go in and change his helmet. It shows how much pressure gets put on their neck, and their necks, should I say. It did show, it was quite interesting actually, they were showing yesterday that the way this budget cap's working now, and Ferrari had multiple wings outside the garage on their stand, and they were talking about the repairs that have been done on all them different wings. So there's obviously wings they've used throughout the season so far. I think you find a few, like a year or two ago, them sort of wings, that the wings would have probably been just remade. But because of the budget cap now, it sort of stops them from reproducing the wings and stuff all the time. They're just showing the where the accident spot was and the repairs on the barrier. Fair play to the people that have repaired the barrier. Everyone's sort of just standing around waiting now. Charles Leclerc is in his car. So we're going to have everyone come out straight away, aren't we? Pretty much everyone's going to come out straight away. We've got about, in practice, we've had, other than Mick Schumacher, so other than Mick Schumacher, there's about 2 seconds separating 1st to 19th in practice. Mick Schumacher, he must have been doing some other bits, doing some other stuff, because he was quite far behind. Yeah, we've got all the drivers now getting ready. We've got just over 5 minutes till we start again. Do we actually start? Hopefully we don't get no red flags and we just get a full 45 minutes or hour of qualifying. Q1, Q2, Q3 with no major stoppages. That'd be nice. Now there's a view. So anyone who is watching it, is watching the Formula 1 and listening to me at the same time. They're just showing a one of them up in the air restaurants on the first bend at La Source. Now showing a little crane with one of them like seating platforms, and they're just sitting up there eating. That's pretty cool. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna go watch Formula 1, go and watch it from a crane. Pretty decent. So we've got 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes till we start. Oh, Danny Rick's just getting into the McLaren now. getting himself sorted. He's only ever had 3 career poles. Quite amazed by that. They're not. I want to see if they've got Hamilton's car ready. That's what we want to see. Have they got Lewis Hamilton's car ready? It's including 12 seconds. It's 12 seconds behind, including the delay of the stream. That's mad. Sorry about that. At least you'll know it happens when. At least you'll know what's coming up. So Perez, I think Perez is got. I reckon Perez has got his best opportunity to get pole today. And Carlos, well, we know Carlos is obviously. I think he's had a couple of poles, hasn't he? We had his first pole at Silverstone. I think Perez is going to be probably the one to look out for today. 3 minutes 11 seconds till we start. We get some F1 action. Get some action. Harry, thank you for the like on Facebook. Much appreciated. Don't forget, guys, you can support the stream and support what I'm doing by hitting that like button, hitting that share button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that follow button if you want to see this more often. And we'll be doing this. This will be live tomorrow as well for the race. It'll be live just before the race though, so I'll probably come online about 5 minutes before the race starts, if I'm honest. Hamilton's in the car. They look like they've changed the rear left and brake duct they were talking about. They were showing earlier. But no tyres on either of the Mercedes as it stands just yet. So are they going to let the Mercedes go out a little bit later than the rest of them? Did anyone see yesterday? I don't know if they've got it on them today. Did anyone see the size of the Mercedes wing mirrors yesterday on Lewis Hamilton's car? I don't know if that was just one off yesterday. I haven't seen it today. He had some big old wing mirrors on his car. Yeah, you hear it before you see it. Are you watching it moodily? That's why. Are you watching it on a testing them for next year? So I wonder if they've taken them off the car now. I'm guessing they would have taken them off the car now, wouldn't they? Is that a new regulation for next year? Big wing mirrors, like normal car size wing mirrors. Qualifying starts at 1 in 1 minute, should I say? Not at 1 in 1 minute. Appreciate everyone watching along with us. We have 35 seconds. Who described the C-Class wing mirrors yesterday? They looked like C-Class wing mirrors. They were huge, from what I see. So who's going to be out first? It looks like could be a Williams. Yeah, Williams are out first. Away we go. We are into qualifying, guys. We are into qualifying. Nick Latifi is the first one out. So hopefully the graphics start to update on the screen as well for you. I'll just make sure it does update. For some reason my graphics is not updated. But there we go. Here we go. Right. It's starting now. There we go. We've got some graphics going. Not sure what happened there. It's for some reason just didn't update. So we've got Nick Latifi out on the track. He's on medium tyres as well, believe it or not. That's crazy. Why would he be on medium tyres? Don't see that usually, do you? Obviously, they've not got many pairs of tyres, sets of tyres left. Keep an eye on that. See what all the other teams are doing. Are they going to try and get a hot lap in on Val? Thank you very much for the like on Facebook. Much appreciated. So it actually doesn't look like it's porpoising that bad now, the Williams. It looks a little bit more stable. I'm wondering if they're thinking it may rain. So Latifi is just coming into the bus stop chicane and then coming back into the pits. So whether he's just using them tyres for the race, ready for the race tomorrow, I don't know. No one else has come out on the track. Oh, Mick Schumacher's out on the track as well. Is anyone else out? I can see it in a minute. Is that Hamilton's just come out on the track? Is that Hamilton coming out? No. I'm gonna say. This is odd. This is odd. Usually Q1. Usually it's, yeah, Hamilton's coming out. Hamilton's just getting ready to come out on the track. So away comes Lewis. I mean, I'm not surprised that some of them haven't come out. So Mick Schumacher is actually doing a flying lap now. So he's coming down the Kemmel Straight as we speak. Coming into the comms. Who's that coming out? Charles Leclerc was coming out. And Sainz looks like he's just about to come out as well. So they're both out on the track too. Poor Mick Schumacher was doing a lap and they just flicked to him. So as he stands, Schumacher is coming into Puhon, I think. Yeah, is he going to Puhon, which is turn 12. Everyone's now starting to come out on the track. So we've got Verstappen coming out as well. So we're getting most people now making their way out onto the track to put in a lap. So Mick Schumacher is going to set the benchmark as he comes through turn 16, I think that is. He's coming to turn 16, 17 now. Down Blanchimont into turn 17. And then he's coming into the bus stop chicane to set the first lap. So he is currently doing benchmark for everybody to beat, which is going to be 147.9, which is not a great lap, to be totally honest with you. It's not bad. But he's set the benchmark for everybody. So we've got a benchmark. just on board with Lewis Hamilton. So are the Mercedes going to struggle with the warming up of the tyres? So Hamilton is just coming into the start finish now. So with George Russell just behind him, and as they come into La Source. So away we go. And this is where we will see the sort of top speeds. We'll get an idea of Hamilton's speed as well as he comes through a rouge onto the Kemmel Straight. So what is Hamilton's top speed going to be on the Kemmel Straight? I've taken the speed off. It looks fairly planted. Hamilton and Russell are not far behind each other, and Hamilton set the first purple, then followed by Russell straight away after. So they're now coming down into La Source, sorry, the Pujon, should I say. Perez is just behind as well. Igor, thank you very much. Igor, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated on Facebook. So we're now coming down, and Perez is gone purple in sector 1. Hamilton's about a second up on Mick Schumacher's time as it stands. He's now coming down to turn 17. Turn 17, down Blanchimont, down towards the bus, or the chicane, the bus stop chicane. Russell just went purple in sector 2, but then straight away Perez has just gone purple in sector 2. So Hamilton comes through onto the start finish straight now, and we have got Hamilton with a 146.7. Russell goes nearly half a second faster on a 146.2, followed by Perez just coming across the line. What's he going to do? A 145.3. So Perez goes nearly a second faster than George Russell. We've got Charles Leclerc coming past 145.5, followed by Lando Norris, who does a 146.2, and then Carlos Sainz, who's gone purple in sector 2 and 3, who does a 145.3. 145 nearly dead. So we have got, as we suspected, Carlos Sainz and Perez going fastest, and Verstappen goes nearly half a second quicker than all of them. It does a 144.5. So we're at a minute as it stands, the Red Bulls and the Ferraris are just way quicker than everybody else, which is not great. The Mercedes, are they still having issues with the tyres and warming up the tyres, you know? Danny Ricciardo coming across the line now. So what's Danny Ricciardo going to do? Gasly's gone 7th fastest. Danny Ricciardo done 8th fastest. So as it stands, the two Mercedes are down in, Russell's down in 10th. Hamilton's down in 14th at the moment. Were they pushing hard enough? Were they pushing properly? Or were they, I don't know. So currently, as we said, Max Verstappen, as I said earlier at the beginning of the stream in the build-up, that I thought Max Verstappen would still go after the pole position, even though he's going to be starting from the back, just to sort of make a point. And then we've got Carlos Sainz second and Perez third. The Ferraris and Red Bulls just look miles quicker than everybody else, and their top speeds, I'm sure it's the speeds on the straight for them two, because that is just unbelievable, the difference in the speed. So Russell and Hamilton are going for another lap. Russell is currently half a second down. And so is Hamilton. They're both going for second push laps, so they've probably gone for a fast lap, cool down, fast lap again, like they've done before. So Hamilton's gone green on sector 1. Russell has gone slower on sector 1. Russell is currently going around Pujon. And as he comes down into Campus 13 and 14 and Stavelot. So Russell has now gone green on sector 2, but he's at 1 second down on Verstappen's time. Same as Hamilton, who's just gone through sector 2, and he is also 1 second down on Verstappen's time of 1:44.5. Are we going to see low 1:43s as the actual benchmark? Is what I think we're going to see. Russell coming across the line now. Yeah. DRS is open and he goes no better, 10th. Mercedes still at a 1:46. 1:46 is Hamilton's just improved his time and jumped up to 11th. I think they're at the moment. They look a little bit in trouble, but we know that these Mercedes are good with the race pace, don't we? So there's 5 minutes left of Q1. The cut-off point probably is going to be the low 1:46s. So have the Mercedes done enough to get themselves into Q2 is the question. Can't see anyone. I can't see that Verstappen would go out again, but he might well do. We've got 5 minutes left of Q1. And everyone in the pits other than the Mercedes, who obviously just done their 2 laps a second ago. And they're probably on their way back. It, to me, looks like Verstappen is going to be staying in the pits. He's just taking his gloves off, so but he might go back out again. But you bear in mind, it's what, a 1 minute 40 lap, so you've got to be looking to go out probably 2.5 minutes. So we've got probably 2 minutes as it stands. Everyone in the pits. Can't think. I'm sure the Mercedes is not going to be happy with where they are at the moment. Were they on used tyres as well, used softs already? That's the other question. But even so, just doesn't. They don't look as fast. We'll see. So it looks like the Aston Martin's going out on a set of new softs. Who's that? Is that Stroll or is that Vettel? Sammy, thank you very much for the like. Much appreciated. So we've got the Alfa Romeos now going back out with the Hasses, Aston Martin. So everybody's now going out. They're looking probably to go potentially. I suppose if they want to go another lap, they can. We've got 3 minutes 28 left of Q1. Let's see what they do. I mean, if we've got currently as it stands, we've got Verstappen on a 1:44.5, Sainz 0.4 behind him, Perez 0.7, Leclerc 0.9, Ocon and Alonso just behind the starting the 146s off, then it's all pretty close from there. So you're talking tenths of a second between sort of 6th and 12th as it stands. So just watching George Russell go out the pits, it looks like Charles Leclerc is not going back out. He's not in his car. He's not in his car, so he's not going to be going back out by the looks of it. Not in his car, so... Oh, there he is. He's just appeared. Must have been running. He must have run to the toilet. We come into... We're in the last 2 minutes of Q1. So we've got a few people that need to get a move on. I don't think Max is coming back out. So the top 4, I feel they've done enough, which I believe that they easily have done enough. There's no need for them to come out, waste any more tyres. So they're sitting in the pits. As we said, I 100% believe Verstappen has got the quickest car on the track. Currently watching Lance Stroll, who is currently in the dropout zone. Oh, so George Russell has just said on the radio it's spitting through a rouge. So there's rain. It sounds like there's rain in the air. I mean, when I looked at the weather earlier, it looked like it was going to stay dry, but is rain going to be on the horizon and mix it right up? That will be a big mix up. We're just on board with Lance Stroll, going through the campus bends down into Stavelot. Aston Martin is bouncing all over the place. I don't believe the Aston Martin it doesn't look very settled at all. It's porpoising a hell of a lot down the Blanchimont, down towards the bus stops again. It doesn't look good at all. He's fighting that car. Are they one of the teams that's affected? So Lance Stroll has just gone 10th. Mick Schumacher just coming across the line. He's gone 13th. Zhou Guan Yu is coming across the line now. He's gone 7th. 46-1. Magnussen just does a... So currently, as it stands, Vettel he's still at risk, I think. Oh, Tsunoda just had a massive lock up and missed the apex. He's messed that up, so I think Tsunoda is going to be out of the session. Hamilton and Russell have both gone green in sector 1 and 2 as they come down into the bus stops. We got Hamilton just coming across the bus stop chicane now, coming across the line, and he does a 1:45.7. So Hamilton goes 5th fastest. Russell just does a 1:45.6 and goes 5th fastest and knocks Hamilton to 6th. Alex Albon has just pulled an absolute blinder out of the bag and gone 6th fastest. He just split the Mercedes and just done a 1:45.6 just out of nowhere. Alex Albon has looked fast all weekend in Q1, in practice 1 and practice 2. Has been unreal. So the knocked out drivers, so is Vettel, Latifi, Magnussen, Tsunoda and Bottas are all out of Q1. Mick Schumacher just squeezed in by beating Vettel a 0.0002 of a second. That is unbelievable. I can't believe Alex Albon has just pulled a lap like that out of the bag. What a lap from Alex Albon. Fantastic. Bottas, well, he's taken an engine penalty anyway, so he's going to be starting from the back of the grid. So it doesn't matter to him. Why waste any more time? Why waste put any more wear on your engine? Waste any tyres? Whereas Hamilton and Tsunoda are racing back to the grid. So that is an absolute brilliant surprise to Q1 with regards to Alex Albon has just pulled out a fantastic lap out of the bag and put himself 6th place into Q2. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Guys, don't forget, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very, very well. My name is Peter, or SuperMayne. So don't forget, you can like, follow, share the stream, or if you want to also follow the stream and obviously follow my other Formula 1 content that I do, which is a lot more racing and stuff, and it's sim racing, then appreciate it. Appreciate anyone who's followed the stream so far today. Exclamation mark notify in the chat if you're new to the stream on Facebook, or you just hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching anyway, guys. We're now just going into Q2, so we're just waiting for the cars to come back out on track. We have about 5 minutes or so. Oh, excuse me. So let's just run through the standings as it is. So Max Verstappen currently is leading the way with a 1:44.5. Carlos Sainz second with a 1:45.0. Perez with a 1:45.3. Charles Leclerc with a 1:45.5. So the top four have not used any more tyres and just done one lap. Russell then coming in with a 1:45.6. Albon splitting the two Mercedes with a 1:45.672, so he's hundredths of a second off of George Russell. Hamilton 7th with a 1:45.7. And then we've got Lando Norris 8th, Ocon 9th, Alonso 10th, Joe Guan Yu 11th, Gasly 12th, Ricciardo 13th, Stroll 14th, Mick Schumacher 15th. They all will be going into Q2. The drivers that are knocked out are Vettel, Latifi, Magnussen, Tsunoda and Bottas. Q2 starts in 1 minute 30 seconds. Azar, thank you very much for the like on Facebook, appreciated. Don't forget, guys, if you're new, please hit that like button. Please hit that reaction button. Works wonders for the stream and the algorithm and all that malarkey. And gets more people in. And you can also hit that follow button or subscribe button. Gunther Steiner currently being interviewed by Sky TV. He's on the pit wall this weekend. Probably talking around the likes of Mick Schumacher and Magnussen and how they done. Sammy, appreciate the follow, much appreciated. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Jazim, hopefully I said your name right. Thank you for the like, much appreciated. Big shout out to all you guys, new followers, much appreciated. Thank you everybody for following the stream. We are now into Q2 and Hamilton is first out on the track, which with which looks like a used set of softs. So Hamilton is first out. Away we go. 14 minutes, 32 seconds left of Q2. Who will get through to Q3? Who will be outed, I was going to say. Who will not make it through to Q3? The Mercedes must be a little bit nervous, you know. Mercedes must be a little bit nervous. So everybody is currently, well, everybody down to Charles Leclerc. So currently Leclerc, Albon, Ocon, Alonso, Guan Yu, Gasly, Ricciardo and Stroll all still in the pits. The two Red Bulls are out, which again looks like they're on used soft tyres. Carlos Sainz is in between both of the Red Bulls. So that'll be interesting. They're releasing Charles Leclerc into what looks like clean air. So he is now making his way out onto the track. We've got Hamilton coming into turn 1. So Hamilton is now will be starting his first flying lap. Don't forget he's on used soft, so he comes down into La Source, making his way to a Rouge. The newly formed Eau Rouge corner with the massive grandstand now on the left hand side as he now comes onto the Kemmel Straight. About 100, he was doing about 188 kilometers an hour until they took the graphic away. 201 mile an hour. So I think that is quite a bit slower than the Red Bulls, but he's obviously purple because he's the first person out on the track. But I wouldn't be surprised if that is taken away by either by Verstappen as it stands. So Verstappen is currently working his way down on his first flying lap. Hamilton is coming through Pujon as we speak, down into the campus, turns 13 and 14. Verstappen has just done a purple sector 1, so expect Verstappen to put in a quick lap as Hamilton is now working his way down Blanchimont, down towards the final chicane, through the fast turn 18 or 17, 18. It's actually 16 and 17 now, sorry. Into turns 18 as he comes down. Russell has just done a purple sector 2, but I mean, he's got Verstappen behind him, so we'll see how that pans out as Hamilton comes across the line and again does a 146.6, so not the best first lap on the set of U's, but Russell now coming into the final chicane where he just the car just slid way left, and Russell goes across the line at 146.2. Verstappen now coming across the line, and it's just done a 144.7 again. So Verstappen continuously putting in the 144s. Sainz does a 145.4 and Perez does a 144.7. So Perez went purple in sectors 2 and 3. Norris has just gone full fastest with a 145.6. Again, remembering that the both Mercedes have went out on used softs. Are they going to do what they did a minute ago and do a slower, now have a slow lap and then go for another push lap, or are they going to come back to the pits, get a new set of softs? So Alex Albon has just done a green sector 1 and green sector 2. And he's coming down towards the final sector. Williams still have got a hell of a lot of porpoising, but another great lap looks like going to be another great lap by Alex Albon, as he does a 1:46.8. So currently, as it stands, drivers at risk are Guan Yu, Stroll, Mick Schumacher. The clerk is now coming down on his first flying lap. What's he going to do? Oof, he touches a little bit of dirt on the exit of what looked like turn 13. It looks like he's just picked up a little bit of a slipstream from Carlos Sainz, actually. Yeah, Carlos Sainz just give Leclerc a little bit of a... Oh, he's got slid, like... He absolutely slid left. Oh, that was unbelievable. Control, the way the car slid, all four wheels sliding in the last chicane. Speed that they come into that chicane, unreal. Hopefully the rain keeps away, because it's going to be an interesting so he's fairly on the limit. He was actually, oh, he might have, that time might be wiped, you know. Track limits may get wiped. They're just showing a replay of him going sideways through turn 18 and 19, the last chicane. That's unreal. Cars jumping around, so he's just come on the radio and said the cars jump around like crazy in the apex of slow corners. It's very strange. I mean, it didn't. It looked a little bit unsettled. So as it stands, they're all in the pits now. So I'm guessing, hey, not a dog, you're back. Welcome back. Big hello to everyone on YouTube that's watching. Big hello to everyone on Facebook that's watching. Thank you for all the support, guys. Thank you for spending the qualifying session with myself and choosing me. Mercedes can't be happy with this. As it stands. Oh, excuse me. They must be a bit nervous. Mercedes must be a little bit nervous. I mean, they're right on the limit. Lando Norris is putting consistently fast laps, so they look happy. Yo, baby gay. What sort of name's that? Like it. It's... How are you doing? Welcome to the channel on YouTube. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you're well, dude. You want to see Gasly in Q3? Yeah, I am. Be good. He could do it. I mean, he's in there at the minute, isn't he? Let's hope so. I mean, who do you think at the minute? Who do we think at the minute? Who do we think is going to get eliminated? Projected knockout time, Sky, I think, is going to be a 1:45.8. So, as it stands, nobody. So, Russell is on a 1:46.2. Gasly a 1:46.2. Hamilton a 1:46.6. Albon a 1:46.8. So we've got we're in the business end of Q2 now, so we've got 5 minutes to go. I think the bottom 5 is going to change. No, I can't really see it. I mean, Danny Rick didn't even go out. Hasn't even gone out yet. I mean, bearing in mind that the Verstappen, Perez, Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, they're kind of fighting it out for, they're jostling it out for the last few places on the grid, aren't they? Because they've got these penalties. So I don't think you're going to see now again, as we did in Q3. I don't think you're going to see the two Red Bulls go out, or signs. And you might not even see Leclerc go out. But I'm not sure. It'd be Joe Guan Yu is getting ready to go out. He's on a new set of, so just bear in mind, everyone who just went out just then, all of them were on used softs. So I don't think none of them went out on a set of new tyres. So the two Alpines have gone out first. Well, we've got a Ferrari coming out. So is that Charles again? I mean, as it stands at the minute, the two Mercedes are 1.5 seconds off the pace of the Ferraris. Sorry, of the pace of the Red Bulls. That's a fair old chunk of time. I know this is qualifying pace. We're talking qualifying pace, aren't we? But we're now in the business end, people. We're getting to the business end of qualifying. Let me know what you think is going to happen. Alpine seem to be... They seem to be really rapid. Seem to be really, really rapid. Tokini, is it Tokinia? Tokinia? Frederick, thank you very much for the like. Not a dog, don't worry about it. If you've got to go on the YouTube, you have to go. Don't expect anyone to be sitting around watching if you can't. Appreciate everyone who's been around so far. Thanks for the follows, thanks for the likes so far, guys. Much appreciated. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that reaction button. If you're new, welcome. And you're working wonders for the stream, so appreciate it, guys. The more interaction, the more likes, the more shares, helps the stream grow. And this is a regular part of my streaming format. I don't just only do the sim races, which I'm sitting in the seat, as you can see. But we do the watch-alongs and have all the stats up for the F1. So Norris is on, it says, they've just said on the radio, it looks like Norris is on scrubbed tyres. He's going to be giving a tow to Daniel. Not sure why Alpines are worried about that. The Alpines look like they've got a lot of pace. So we'll see. So Ocon is the first man on a flying lap. So away we go. So 1:45.8 Sky predicting, as I said, the knockout time. So let's see what happens. Alonso. Yeah, I'll be doing this for the race tomorrow as well. So this will be on for the race tomorrow. So I will schedule them streams after this stream this stream has finished. Don't forget, I'm on Facebook and YouTube. SuperMayne on Facebook, SuperMayne Racing on YouTube. So both Alonso and Gasly have both gone green, as Joe Guan Yu has also gone green. Perez, the mechanics are doing something on his car. It stands. Currently, Lewis Hamilton is at risk as it stands. So Hamilton's on a 1:46.6. Fastest sector 1 has gone to Alex Albon. And they just dial in that Mercedes right up, or that Williams right up. It's got a Mercedes engine, isn't it? So Gasly is into 8th, 1:45.8. Joe Granew's just done a 1:46.0. Currently, Russell and Hamilton are both at risk. Stroll has just come across the line and gone 11th fastest, so Stroll will be out. Lewis Hamilton has gone fastest, done a fastest green sector 1 and sector 2. As Ricciardo goes across the line and goes into 8th. Hamilton, he's just coming across the line now and goes into 5th. With Russell in 6th. And Alex Albon comes through in 10th. So has he just scraped into Q3? I think he has. I think Alex Albon has actually just knocked out Daniel Ricciardo and Gasly. And the clerk has just gone fastest. That Williams of Alex Albon has been so fast all weekend. Daniel Ricciardo has been knocked out by 0.092 of a second. Again, we've got to remember that Charles Leclerc, Verstappen, Lando Norris, I think, was it Ocon as well, I said earlier on? One of them. As they're taking engine penalties. I think it was one of the Alpines. I'm sure it was one of the Alpines that I said earlier on. It's very, very tense at the top of the... So the two Mercedes have just squeezed in again. 5th and 6th. 5th and 6th. Are they kind of just doing enough to get through to the... just doing enough at the minute to get through, and then we're gonna see some serious pace from the Mercedes again, like we did in Hungary? Or are they? Is that their pace? Yeah, Gasly unfortunately has gone out. He just lost out. It's a big shame. Alex Albon is driving phenomenally. So we are now coming into Q3. So Q3, this is now the business end of the qualifying. This is the best part of the qualifying. What's your thoughts, guys? Come on, we are at the business end. Let me know who you think is going to be at the top of the leaderboard come the end of this. Who will be on pole for? Will they send Max Verstappen out as a tow for Perez? Will Max Verstappen go out and do a really quick lap and then it will tow Perez right at the end? Bearing in mind this is a longer circuit, so they're going to have to go out, do a lap, get back in the pits, then go back out again if they're going to do it. That's the way it's got to work. We've only got 10 minutes, so it's going to be super, super quick. Turn around, get them fresh tyres on, get back out again. So what's your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen? Let us know. Let us know in the comments, guys. Who's going to be number one by the end of this session? Perez P1. I'm with you there. I'm with you. 100%. I think I said at the beginning of the stream, the build-up, I said it would be Perez or Sainz at the beginning. Well chuffed for Alex Albon, though, in that Williams. He just squeezed in by 0.0092. Bro. Yes, mate. Are you talking to me? So, we've got 3 minutes till the start of Q3. Has that been delayed for a couple of minutes, or is there a reason? Hot take. Hot take. Russell Pole hot take. I could see it. The thing is, I could see something with the Mercedes. They look like they're just doing enough at the moment to get through. And they're not, and whether they're not trying to burn tires out or whatever, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, let's be honest, this is the best opportunity that these guys have got now. That the Mercedes have got to potentially get a win, knowing that you've got Verstappen, Leclerc sitting at the back of the grid. If you want to get a win, this is the best time to try and do it. No disrespect to Perez and Sainz, because they are fast drivers, and on their day they will beat anybody, especially in the two of the best cars that we've got on the grid. But the Mercedes have got to be looking at it as if this is going to be a really good chance for them to get a victory. Bearing in mind, Mercedes have been on the podium the past sort of 5 races or 6 races or so now. So it'll be interesting. We got 42 seconds and then we'll be on our way. Lewis Hamilton is looking fairly relaxed in the car. As we say, we're getting now into the beginning. Alex Albon is now first out on the track. Don't want that. Don't want that on. That rock music. So we go. Everybody is now coming out on the track. So we've got everybody on the track. And let's go. This is where it gets fun, guys. Perez P1. Might be. It could be a Perez P1. Simon, how you doing, mate? You alright? You well? Yeah, it was good last night. Very, very good. The races were brilliant. Okay. Right, so we are now, as we said, going into Q3. We have got 10 minutes left of Q3. So we've got to have a quick... This is going to be super quick time turnaround. Guys, if you're watching the stream, please could you hit that like button? It'd be much appreciated if you could hit that like button. Get them reactions up. We've had lots of people watching the stream today. And we've had a few reactions, which is much appreciated. So, Charles Leclerc is in the pits as it stands right now. He is not coming out. Marinating some prawns. Franklin Ziggy, thank you for the follow. Jose, thank you for the like. Legends, absolute pair of legends. Thank you very much. Welcome to the family. Max start to be behind Perez for the toe. See, I think that's what's going to happen. Guys, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. This is the watch along. We will be live tomorrow for the Grand Prix. So if you want to be part of it, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, we are also streaming live on YouTube at SuperMayne Racing. You can go and watch us there. All right, we've got Perez now, Max and Perez on their first laps, with Perez just in front of Max, believe it or not. He's too far in front to give him a toe. So Perez has just gone purple sector 1, but he is the first time, so he's always going to be there. Max has just gone purple sector 1. Sainz has gone green sector 1. Max is pushing. He's going to want to take this pole, even though he's got a grid penalty. He's going to want to take the pole, 100%. Don't care what anyone says. As he comes through Pujon, he's coming through Pujon, through the campus area, pushing hard. Max Perez has gone purple sector 2, but again, he's just in front of Verstappen, who's just gone purple sector 2. Doesn't tell you at the minute because it's the first lap. It doesn't tell you how fast. They're not telling us how fast or how much of a difference there is. 4 tenths of a second. Perez comes across the line now. Well, just about to come across the line now, and does a 1:44.4. Verstappen is directly behind him and does a 1:43.6. We said earlier in the stream we will be getting to 1:43s. Carlos Sainz comes across the line and does a 1:44.2. So he splits the two Red Bulls. Ocon is next to come across the line, and he does a 1:45.1. Puts himself forward. That's a good lap. Again, Hamilton in the 1:46.5. So has he just gone out on a used set of tyres again? George Russell 1:46.2. I'm confused with these Mercedes guys. I'm really confused with them as to what they're doing. I mean, that you're talking now at the moment, the time that Verstappen's just put in, you're talking nearly 2.5 seconds difference. Charles Leclerc is now coming across the line. Sorry, going on to his hot lap, shall I say. Absolutely insane. So as he comes down the Kemmel Straight, Charles Leclerc is 3 tenths of a second off of Max Verstappen's time. And he is on his way down to the newly modified Brussels. I can never say it properly. Charging down towards Pujon. Doesn't even drop down to 7th gear. Just takes his foot off the accelerator a tiny bit and then straight back on it. It shows the grip this Ferrari has got as he comes through into the campus section. And he pushing very, very hard. He's 7 tenths down on Verstappen's fastest lap here. Coming down through turn 16 and 17. Down towards 18. He's going to go roughly 4th at the moment as it stands. On this sort of lap, he's going to go 4th. Again, he goes sideways through the bus stop chicane. Goes across the line and goes 4th, as I said, 1:44.5. So again, we've got Red Bull, Ferrari. Then we've got Ocon sitting 5th, Norris 6th, Russell is 7th, Albon 8th, Hamilton 9th, Alonso, no time. Alonso has not gone out as it stands just yet. Or if he did go out and he went back in the pits. While we're waiting for them all to come back out, we've got 4 minutes 30 seconds. So we're literally, they're going to go out. They're all back back into the pit stop. They've changed their tyres. They're changing their tyres. They all go out with new softs now. They'll all be putting new softs on. Well, and they will be back out on the track, no doubt, in less than a minute's time. The Belgium Grand Prix is absolutely packed. I'd be curious to know, because I haven't got the sound, how many people are at that Grand Prix this weekend. It looks like there's a lot. The Red Bull looks super glued to the circuit though. They're just showing a replay of Max Verstappen as he goes down the Kemmel Straight, and it's just absolutely sticking to the circuit, that Red Bull. Max is driving the socks off of it. But it just looks super fast. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant bit of driving by Verstappen. Absolutely fantastic driving by Verstappen. So it looks like Verstappen will be coming out to do another lap as well. Alex Albon is first out, as always. It has always been for this qualifying session. Alex Albon has been out first every single time. The Ferraris are out. They're on new tyres. The Mercedes are out on new tyres. All nice new shiny tyres. Charles... Oh, Sainz has got... Sainz looked like he had a problem there. The car just didn't seem like he wanted to get going. Verstappen getting ready to come out. Or is he not? No, Verstappen's getting out of the car. Verstappen will not be coming out for the last run. I think Verstappen is not coming out. Leclerc's not coming out. So if I'm honest, I feel that Verstappen's got this. Unless Carlos Sainz and Perez pull out a blinder. So we've got, as it stands at the minute, we've got Sainz. Looks like we've got Sainz, Ocon or Alonso. I think it might be Alonso. It's Alonso. It's Alonso between Hamilton, and then we've got Ocon behind Hamilton. They're all within a few sort of car lengths of each other. So it looks like at a minute Alonso is going to be... So Alonso has just gone past. Oh, I thought he was going to have the two Ferrari, the Ferrari and the Alpine. They're all jostling for position as it stands. They better get a move on these cars because they've only got 56 seconds. And it's, I know I say 56 seconds, but they're all sort of jostling for position. I think they're trying to get toes from the Ferrari by the looks of it. So now we've got Carlos Sainz going in for his flying lap. He's now starting his flying lap, going into the last turn, and he's heading down towards La Source. I think we'll end up staying with Sainz on this lap, if I'm honest. So Sainz turns into La Source. Little bit shaky. And Charles Leclerc has just come out in front of Carlos Sainz. So he's going to be giving Sainz a tow down the Kemmel Straight. That's a great move by Ferrari. He's literally just pulled out of the pits just in time as he gives him a tow down the Kemmel Straight, and he's still 0.3 of a second off of Max Verstappen's time. thought they would have waited till the end of the lap, if I'm honest, Ferrari, and got Leclerc out and done it then. Just don't think it's enough. I just don't think that was going to be enough. As Sainz goes through Pujon, Alonso has just gone green in sector 1 for himself. Oh, and Sainz just touched the gravel trap on the exit of not sure the exit of that was. I think that was, just looking at the circuit map, I think that was around the campus area. Absolutely pushing. Pushing super hard. As he comes across the line, Sainz a 1:44.7, so not a good lap at all. Hamilton comes across the line 7th fastest. Disappointing for Lewis Hamilton, behind both of the Alpines. Russell behind Hamilton. So we've got 2 Alpines. But that is it. So we have got the end of Q3. So the times are as it stands. Verstappen takes pole, although he won't be taking poles. He'll be at the back of the grid. Carlos Sainz will be on pole position. Perez will be starting 3rd or 2nd. Leclerc will be at the back of the grid. Then you've got Ocon and Alonso. I think Ocon again starts at the back of the grid. Alonso will be going into I've just taken it off. Alonso will be going up into what, 4th place. Then you're going to have the 2 Mercedes, Alex Albon, which I think Alex Albon, by the way, let's have a big shout out to Alex Albon. Alex Albon has just done an absolute blinding lap there and put an absolute fantastic lap. And he's 9th. Norris 10th. Again, Lando Norris will be at the back of the grid as well. So that's how it stands, guys. Great bit of racing. Pole position for Max Verstappen, although he'll be starting towards the back of the grid. It's going to be an interesting race tomorrow. You're going to see them the 2 Mercedes and the 2 Red Bulls, or a Red Bull and a Ferrari, and up the front of the grid, and then 2 at the back, and you're going to see them 2 charging through the field, no doubt. But guys, as we stand, that is it. That is the end of Q3. I hope you liked the stream. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and we'll give you the live updates as and when they come. Unfortunately, it was a lot longer than what I thought it was going to be because we started the stream a bit earlier than the actual start time. But for now, thanks very much for watching, guys. Don't forget, if you're new, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the follow button. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for the full race. Have a good rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you in the next